Hey everyone, and welcome back to Las Vegas. I'm Tyson, Alger. I'm joined here by Connor Letourneau. It is Thursday. The Oregon Ducks finally play today. They play Colorado, who beat Oregon State last night, 78-71, ending Oregon State's season. Now the Ducks will face the Buffs tonight at 6 p.m. Connor, what do you kind of expect that the Ducks are going to face after watching that Oregon State game last night?
Colorado looks like a team that's kind of starting to look like the team we expected entering the season. They were picked to finish third in the conference. They ended up falling to number 10, largely because they just weren't really healthy all season. Now they're finally on the mend. Players are healthy. Josh Scott is really kind of starting to return to form. And Asia Booker can be one of the best players in the conference when he's on. He's just so streaky. He really powered them during that game-changing run they had in the second half last night. So, I think Colorado is a potent team that's going to push the pace. It'll be interesting to see if the Ducks can just outscore them, which I think they can.
Yeah, and I think right now the Vegas odds are the Ducks are 3.5-point favorites. I would say, if things go like on paper as they should, I think the Ducks should probably cover that. I think that day off is going to be key for this team. Coming back and playing 24 hours after, you had a hard game like that. And it was a pretty fast tempo there in that second half, which isn't generally how you play against an Oregon State team. Usually Oregon State's defense makes it slow down to their tempo. It's possession by possession sort of thing. But I think that was kind of Oregon State's folly last night as they kind of got into that. Let's try to match them point for point.
Right. No, they totally got out of sync, and defensively it was one of their worst performances of the season. Colorado shot 50% from the field, which is something you almost never see from this Oregon State team, which ranks the top 20 nationally in scoring defense. So it was just they got out of sync. It would be interesting because Colorado kind of has a similar style to Oregon, so they're not going to be able to kind of throw Oregon out of sync in that way.
Yeah. So the last time the Ducks and Buffs met, it was in Eugene. It was last month. The Ducks beat them 73-60 in a game that was kind of streaky, which seems to kind of be the theme of a lot of Oregon's and Colorado's games itself. But I think Wayne Tinkle last night gave a pretty good, almost forewarning to the Ducks of, this Colorado team, they were picked to finish third at the start of the year for a reason. And, you kind of saw a little bit of that last night. Then again, I thought Oregon State, played well in the first half last night, but I just think they got gassed by the end, and I think that's why the Ducks would have actually rather had the Beavers in this game coming off of that 24 hours. Mm-hmm. I just don't think Oregon State would have been able to match up in the second game.
Yeah, and, Colorado's not especially deep, but they do have a couple pretty solid bench players. Xavier Johnson's, one of probably the best six-man in the league right now, and having that guy come off the bench is big.
I think a big key for the Ducks, I think a big key for the Ducks today is going to get Dylan Brooks involved early. He's one of those players that if he can get involved from the get-go, he can really kind of put in, 15 points a game there, and he's a very momentum-based player. And, just to get a guy after a week after not playing, to get him going early and to have somebody in addition to Joseph Young kind of filling up the basket, I think that could be a big plus for the Ducks tonight.
Right. Now I expect Colorado to send a wave of double teams, or at least focus on him a lot. So, they'll need some complementary pieces. So
it's the Ducks in Buffalo tonight at 6:10 p.m. We will both be there providing coverage at OregonLive.com/Ducks, and we'll be back tomorrow depending on whether Ducks win or lose.